Hello, Enlighten22 here, and welcome back to, to, to my test world. Yeah, we're not exactly on my favorite server. Don't worry, we will be getting on, but I did want to start off this episode on my creative test world to play around with some redstone. This is all my planning for stuff on the server. And yes, this whole area here was just to prepare that brewing station for last episode. I did a lot of testing, a lot of playing around, and this time I want to do it with you. Because I thought about a whole bunch of things in advance, and one of them was to have a semi-automatic brewing setup. So I was thinking of some pretty cool designs while doing this, of a way to basically have a clock running, and what you would do is you just place a potion into the correct stall. So I know a lot of people on our server actually have just a really simple, if I can place it, really simple setup of, it's just a brewing stand, hopper, and chest. And the chest has ingredients. They have 14 of these in there along a wall, and a whole bunch of ingredients. You just throw a potion in, come back 20 seconds later, and you have your potion. And that inspired me. I looked at them like, that's pretty cool. What if we did this to a little bit higher degree? So what I was thinking was to have a semi-automatic brewing station in the big factory. So let's say you made tons of chests of speed potions, but then realized, wait, I didn't want speed potions, I wanted speed 2 potions. And the design I have planned, you won't be able to send potions back into the factory. They just have to be made from scratch. So what you would do is bring this over to this section, the semi-automatic brewing station, dump in all of your potions into this chest, and they would get brewed. Now, I was thinking that, and I wanted to start working on this design with you guys and see what we can come up with. So, first thing you need for the brewing stand is you need 3 points of contact, whatever you want to call it. You have your output. I'll place that down right here. That will be just a hopper leading into a chest. You have your potion input, which typically sticky on the side here will be the easiest. So this is where you place your potions. And then you have your ingredient input, which is just always here. And you'd have your ingredients up there. Okay, that's the simplest thing. The ingredient input most likely won't be controlled by redstone in this design. It was in our other one. But this one will just allow 64 items in here at all times. We'll run around back here, and there's a couple more important things. So the next thing, this is going to be very reminiscent of our last design, is we need to power these and need to switch them. So what will happen is there'll be sort of 2 stages to the brewing process. There's the brewing and the emptying stage. Important thing is that during the emptying stage, when all these completed potions are going into the output chest, the potion input can't be running. So basically when this repeater is off, this one has to be on, or else you have your potions going into output, which is really bad. Then during your brewing phase, this locks, so this is on, and potions won't flow through. This one is off. Or it doesn't necessarily have to be off, but the easiest thing is to switch them, and it just starts filling and brews all in one stage. And we'll just have to connect those up. That means the easiest thing here is they have to invert, which I was losing track of my thoughts right there, so needed a moment to get everything together again, and here we are, just a minute later or so. Basically what I did, put a torch here that powers this block, and then these 2 aren't inverted by doing that. And you power this block to switch states. That determines your state. There, I can talk. And next, let's use an Ethonian hopper timer. Yep, that's the name for it. And I know just know from experience, this will take 52 items. There we go. 52 items. Doesn't matter how you have them set up. We'll add a comparator here. Block there. Block here. Oh, also, you'll notice this isn't very compact. Like, not at all. When you're starting to make a redstone device, like coming up with your own new redstone creation, don't make it compact. Because I've done that way too many times. I'm like, oh, I have to keep this in this tiny little area. Then I have to break it down and rebuild it, or just do something like that because, oh, I can't fit a clock in it. So when you're starting, just follow not follow the rules, but make it big. Give yourself 3 blocks in between each component or more. That way it will be easier to visualize, and yeah, that'll just make your life easier. Once you get it all figured out, then you can try to make it super compact and do all that stuff. So let's throw in the nether wart. Obviously, that will just flow straight into the brewing stand. Now we have awkward potions here. Oh. I know my potions, don't you worry. Silly me. Okay, we need gas tiers, let's just throw them in there. Alright, like that. Now we'll throw our awkward potions. Is this locked? Yep, awkward potions in here. So this is the brewing phase, which obviously isn't happening right now. While we wait, one thing I forgot to mention, you have to separate these so the one to the potions is 1 tick off, the output is 2 ticks. So you have to do a 1 tick delay to get everything working correctly, as you'll see in a second here. I mentioned last episode, one disadvantage is the brewing phase takes 20 seconds, but so does the refill phase. So the brewing stands are having a bunch of dead time. You'll notice it'll switch in any second now. And these empty. Wait. What? I'll be right back. I was silly. So it just switched, and now they all filled up and started brewing. I was just talking about how there's a 20-second phase of dead time, and then I froze up when it didn't happen. So yeah, 20 seconds went by, it empties. We'll have to wait 20 more seconds. Let's just pretend it's faster. It'll switch back, and now it fills up, starts brewing. We screwed up the timing, but yeah, there's that. Now, the next steps... Shut up. Okay, next thing we need to get is... There's a couple things left. So this is fully functioning at the moment. If I placed items in, it would go through. Next thing, I want to see if I can make it 1 wide tileable so that we could have 14 of them just in a row all next to each other. And then we'd have 1 clock powering all of them. Okay, I think I've got it. Let's test it on camera. I'm waiting for this to lock up. Alright, add these to it. There we are. And let's just explain it as we wait. Oh, one thing. This does have to be the ingredient I forgot to mention. The top, what is it? Yep. The ingredients only go to the top, and water bottles only to the side, or any type of bottle. Okay, it's filling up. And... Yep, we'll have to wait 20 seconds and see if it works. Oh, actually? Never mind. It will work. I just realized these timings here that I mentioned, like the 2 ticks and 1 tick, it doesn't matter at all in this setup. It just matters when you do something like I did last time where it needs to be more precise. Where they're like filling up and, unloading water bottles and refilling water bottles simultaneous. Alright, so we've got that. This is pretty cool. This is actually really cool. I'm happy with it. This has gone super smoothly so far. And yeah, this is... Oh, maybe it's not working. Okay, it's all working now. So, when I said earlier that the tick delay didn't matter with this setup, I was lying. It did. I had set these to 3 ticks because I, for some reason, was miscounting. Changed it to 2 and it's working now. So with this 1 torch here to here, this became 2 ticks. I think they're actually equal tick times. Whatever. This works. So, repeaters going into torch, mini torch tower, and both these repeaters, 1 tick, 2 ticks. Now we're getting somewhere. Now the real question is how exactly to lay it out. I'm still not sure. We might go back to the initial design, or we might stay with this design. Either way, we've spent too much time in this world we'll get back to my favorite server, actually in survival, and I'll lay out the plans there. And we're back on the server with the control room complete. I did record the building of this, but it just wasn't interesting, too confusing with all this flip-flopping back and forth, all that confusing stuff. And I also joined Mew. We worked on this together to get the build plans figured out, so I'll show you a little clip of that.
Has that been done before? Like, what's different about it?
This has quite a few differences. The biggest thing is that you can brew a lot of stuff at the same time, all controlled from one room, and also we won't have to, Also,
yeah, that's cool already.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things with the auto balancing. I still have there's a lot of little redstone things to finagle out that I still haven't quite figured out. I want to figure out the controls first and then wire it based on controls. So,
okay. So you're sure it's feasible? Like, you're sure you can do it?
Oh, yes, this definitely works.
Okay, but do you think you're gonna make it very compact? Is it compact or like not compact at all? And because it can work for sure, but how big do you think that's gonna be?
It's probably going to go back to around where you're standing, probably around here. So,
yeah, that's not too bad, right?
No. 1 second, we have one last thing over here for the refilling. Of course, you need water bottles as well. So right here, you'll take a little swim, take a bath down here, and then refill your water bottles.
Can I just stand on the side and do it? Like, do I really have to go in it?
I wouldn't recommend going in it. I don't know. I don't want to drink a potion that you've been swimming in. That doesn't sound sanitary.
Well, the first ingredient is nether wart. Is that me, or it's just gross to start with?
Well, I never thought about it that way.
So a bit of zombie flesh. Okay, yeah.
We're drinking fermented spider eyes. Oh no. Avert your eyes, kids.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we need to clear that water and then put some new one. Okay, I'm just gonna there. It's cleared.
I'll replace that water.
Will you? Or will I?
Maybe he will. As you can see, Mew and I, we came up with some more ideas. Also had some fun messing around, so it was a good time. Biggest thing I got from Mew, well, one of the really big things was that I was approaching this the wrong way before. I was looking at it from a redstone perspective, and we need to look at it more from a user perspective. And how will this work? What makes this different than any other potion factory? So, let's go through and explain it. First of all, what makes it different? It's more efficient on resources in the sense of if I want a few regen potions, it makes me exactly what I want, so I don't waste any of the more expensive potion or ingredients, such as gas tiers and those sorts of things. And customizable, well, you'll see, but I can make exactly what I want. And I can make a whole bunch at once, so it's still very fast. But let's just hop in and look around. The first big decision we made, you might notice this wall's quite a bit smaller. We cut it from 62 to 36 potions. Yes, those are the numbers. How we did that is getting rid of all of the base potions. What I mean by that is potions without augments. So, how often would we ever want a speed potion? I can't think of any reason, so instead we just have the speed 2 and the speed extended. And that also deletes the splash speed potion. So, we got rid of all potions that aren't augmented because they're just not as good. Now let's look at, let's walk away from that for a moment and approach this as if you had just walked into here and are using it. First thing, these 6 lights indicate how full the water bottles are. I don't have signage here, but basically you'll pick up bottles from here, fill them up in water down right here, and if all 6 lights are on, it's full. If none of the lights are on, it's empty. Good indicator, easy to see. we have our 14, 13. We have our ingredients up here. I don't know how many. 14 ingredients. And these lights indicate how well stocked they are. If none of the lights are on, that ingredient is empty. If the bottom one is on, there's a little bit of it to a medium amount. And if the top one's on, it's nearly full. So again, just walk in, look at ingredients, see what you need. If you're needing to deposit ingredients, you put them all into this one chest. They'll be taken away, automatically sorted throughout the system, and anything that doesn't go into the system will come out into this chest. Once again, want to make this easy and efficient for the user, so this works. Can't think of any easier way to do this, rather than having to run around and place glowstone in 8 separate chests and do all that. Now, to making the potions. You'll select potions by pulling these levers. One thing I'll note is we have each lever lights up 2 lights. No, it's not the most optimal, but there's no way for me to make the levers light up 1 light and keep this control panel this compact, and I decided this is a worthwhile compromise. I like it being small. So all of the levers that are selected, so like Regeneration Extended, Splash Potion, Leaping 2, and Leaping 2 Splash, all of those are selected, and when we come over here, it will brew the selected potions however we want. If we press that button twice, it makes us 6 potions, because there's 3 potions per press. Flick this lever, we could just AFK here for a while, and it will just brew up potions the entire time. And for sort of in between the tons of potions and just very few, press this button, and you get a double chest of them, so 54 potions. And I think that adds all the customizability we need, like where you get the exact amount you want, without having to time things out perfectly. And then all the potions will be shipped here. Sorry, a little bit off breath. And these labels here will tell you what potions are in each chest. We have 36 chests again. And then these lights for the roof explain that. So each light corresponds to one of these chests, and if a light is on this side, that means that chest is empty or very, very close to empty. And if a light is on this side, the corresponding chest is full. Once again, as many lights as possible, so you can just look here and have a good idea of what you need. That's all there is to it. It's relatively complicated, but I think it's easy enough to use and not too many steps. So it's good to get this done, because now we can start working on all the redstone, getting this wired up. This is definitely a big, complicated project, and I'm really happy to have gotten this control room done right, because that's what this whole project centers around. And we're actually out of time, so that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.